All right, hello. My name is Jared Michael Leon, and this is the Family Filmmaking Podcast, aka what is it, Filmmaking Family Pod? I can't even remember. It's one of the two. Family Filmmaking Podcast, Filmmaking Family Podcast. And today we're going to talk about the 5 things that keep filmmakers from filmmaking. Okay, so we're going to start it off with the first one. I need the right gear for this to work. Now, do we really need the right gear for this to work at this point in time where any iPhone, any smartphone in general has the capacity to shoot 4K at 30 frames per second, 60 frames per second? I think it might be 60. And that answer is, of course not. You don't need the right gear. You don't need a Red Epic to make your first short film, because why would you do that anyways? That's so stupid. You probably don't even know anybody around you who's really used a Red Epic and knows their way around it. And if it's your first short film, you probably don't know how to use it anyways. And I been doing this for a while. I still haven't used the Red Epic. So even if I had a Red Epic on me, I don't know if it would make my film better if I used it, because I don't know if I'd be using it right, or if I even had the capacity to use it with my editing system at this point. Because with a Red Epic, you need a lot of space, you need a lot of computer power. And I think where I am at now, using a DSLR with 4K is probably a better fit anyways. So it doesn't make you a better filmmaker if you use a Red and Alexa. You have to be prepared to use it. You have to be making films in the first place. Get some experience to even start to even think about that. So no, you don't need the right equipment. The right equipment is the equipment you have on you right now and that you're good with and been practicing doing anything on in the first place. Number 2, if I don't have the money for investors to back my vision, what's the point of trying to create it? And I would say to that, if you don't have any investors, invest in yourself, because if you're not going to invest in yourself, why should others? That's plain and simple. If you can't get the money, make a script around the things that you already own, around the people that you know that you could get to play the part, whether it be friends, family, etc. People who are, not as expensive. You're not going to, go to LA and get somebody that has a presence and has a following that's so big that you don't have the amount to pay them, or, finance them and the film at the same time. Get some local people, have a good idea with the things that you have access to, whether it be a friend with a bar or you with a storage facility, something that you could film, that you have, that you could, spend minimal amount of money on to make it happen. And I would say, make a couple of those first, and then get some work out there to then get the investors to invest in you. Because if you first can't invest in yourself, like I said, what's the point of others investing in you if you can't even believe enough in yourself to fund your own projects, especially your first ones? Because people are not just going to throw money at you if you ask. And that's true with funding sites like Indiegogo or Kickstarter. It's harder than you think. You're not going to get money like you think you're going to get, because you have to build an audience first. And if you don't have a built-in audience, those sites are really not going to work for you unless you have like an amazing idea with amazing perks that people really believe in, and you have an amazing trailer. So starting out, you probably are not there yet. You could get there, but it's going to take a while. Number 3, why should I do that? What can I gain out of that? Experience is experience. So of course there's some projects out there that you probably feel you don't need to do, you're too big to do, or you just don't want to do. And I would say do them anyways, especially if you're starting out, like weddings. You're not going to start charging, if you've never even done your first wedding yet, you're not going to be like, oh, I'm going to charge $1,000. They don't even know if you're worth that because they've never seen your work before. Go out there and do it free. Go through the process of doing it first, and then, build up the footage that you can actually use to edit, to use a reel for people can say, oh, wow, he does good work, to want to pay you that money. Because if you're thinking right off the bat, you're going to get paid $1,200 to do a wedding where you have absolutely no idea what you're doing. No, that's probably not going to be the way to go. So you want experience is the best way to get to the level that you want to be at, to be able to charge what you want to charge later. So you can't be charging, like I said, big amounts of money when you have really no experience in that area. So I would say do a lot first, experience it first. Go out there and do a lot of projects if you can, whether it be your own or with other people or in the filmmaking community through Facebook groups or whatever. Go out there and do as many projects as you can to get that experience under your belt. So when you get on different projects or where something comes in front of you, you can have the background in that area, whether it be through a reel or whether it be through your experience, to know what you're talking about so people can actually think, hey, this guy knows what he's doing. Yeah, maybe he's worth that. He has work. Wow, that looks good. I would like to hire him to do that. And you would be able to talk in the lingo to them about stuff, not looking like you have no idea what you're talking about, because you have been there before, because experience is experience and you have already experienced that. Number 4, don't I need a big team of people to do this? Well, no, you really don't need a big team of people to do this. In fact, all you need is a director and a DP willing to shoot and do sound. That's all you really need, 2 people. Some people get on social media and brag about, hey, I have 8 to 10 people on crew today. That doesn't really mean anything, because there's a lot of projects out there. They have 20 people in the crew, whatever. PA, they have 5 PAs, 10 PAs, 5 cinematographers. Yeah, you probably won't have that many, but DP, they have wardrobe, they have all that. And sometimes you still see the project and you're like, wow, that was not good. That was actually pretty bad. So it doesn't really matter. It matters the quality of the people. So you can have 2 good people, a good director and a good DP who can also do sound. You can get away with a lot. I'm telling you. All you need is lav mics. You need a director who can do slate, and you need the DP who can do sound and also shoot it at the same time, and you're good to go. 2 people at max. 3 if you want a separate guy to do sound, if you're using a boom mic. But if you 2, director who can direct with the actors, who can block the scene, who can also do the clapping, who can provide a quick lunch. DP who can shoot it, who can also do sound through lav mics. You're good to go. I mean, you can really get good stuff out of just 2 people committed with quality work. It could go a long way. Number 5, what happens if I fail? Well, I'm sorry for you to hear this, but everybody fails. And if you're going to be a filmmaker, you're going to fail a whole bunch, and you're going to keep failing. And when you get good, you're going to fail some more, because that is the process of filmmaking. It's people like James Cameron, Steven Spielberg, Christopher Nolan, the big filmmakers in Hollywood today have failed before, lots of times, before you even knew who they were. And they failed some more, even when they were in the spotlight, because that's what filmmaking is about. There's no perfect solution. It's all subjective. A movie that they thought might have been amazing in the editing room, even while shooting it, even while writing it, may not come out to the public the way they felt in their mind it was going to be. And yes, everybody fails. So you're going to fail and fail and fail and fail and fail continually, but you have to love the process, because that's going to keep you on the path. It's the endurance in the game that's going to keep you going. And that's what matters the most. People think it's a fast path to success. It's not. It's a really long path to success, if even that, because you're going to be traveling a long time, enduring a whole lot of crap, and you're going to be going through a whole lot. Whether it be finding funds for your next project, maybe even sometimes going in debt, maybe sometimes the project not even getting done and it falling apart last second after filming it for a while. You're losing actors, you're doing this and that. Something happens to the footage. Lots of things are going to happen to you, but just keep enduring and keep going, because those who endure the most, those who keep on enduring through all the stuff to go through, are the ones that eventually get a shot at trying to make it, because this is a big industry. A lot of people want to be filmmakers and actors, and it's sad to say, but a lot of them don't make it because it's so vast. It's a dream job, and a lot of people end up quitting or just not being able to get to that level, because the penthouse is so small, it can only fit so many people. But I would say keep going, keep enduring, and just keep following your dream, and do not give up. So those are the 5 filmmaking tips. Is that what I said? Those are 5 things that keep filmmakers from making films. So that's all I have to say for today. Just keep doing it. Write, shoot, edit, repeat, as Film Riot would say. Have a great day. This is the end of the Filmmaking Family Podcast. My name is Jared Leon, and until next time, bye-bye.